Hi, everybody. I'm back. This has been like the craziest couple of weeks. Um, just really, um, I still feel very tired. But I know that part of it is that I did this red blood cell thing. And I was so happy to do it, and I wasn't sure how long it would take my body to recover from it. They said about a week, and knowing me, how it takes me longer to do everything. Um, so it's been about a week and a half, and I still feel very tired. But energetically, like my brain, I'm very happy and I'm full with love and gratitude. My kitten is home. I don't know what I did. Sorry. Um, so I'm super, super grateful that my kitten came home. I'm not sure if that means that we have a walkabout kitty or not. I've had a walkabout kitty before. It's a little nerve wracking, but she's only been with us about a year, so this is the first time she's done it. So we'll see what happens. But I'm very grateful that she's home, and I'm grateful for everybody that was sending her the vibes to come home. So I want to talk about a couple of things. I had asked about new cards a while back to see who was using what cards, because I was using Doreen Virtue's cards, and I think, I still really like her cards, but I'm very aware that she kind of went on a tear on Easter Sunday, and it's been kind of a topic of conversation in the metaphysical groups, and I don't want to give credence to it, but I just want to say that your walk with Source, with Spirit, with God, with whatever Jesus, whatever name that you want to use, is yours. And I have no problem with religion because it is your walk with Source, however that works for you. What I have a problem with is when people use religion to beat other people with, like a stick. That if you don't believe what I believe in anything, not just religion, but in any belief. If you don't believe what I believe, then you're wrong and you're going to hell, or you're bad, or you're whatever. And I think that is not the way we bring peace to our world. The way that we bring peace to our world is through love, and by saying, I hear you. This is what works for me. I'm so delighted that you have something that works for you, and I wish you all the love and support with that. And I just don't feel like you need that. For me, I have this problem when people use religion and say, if you don't believe what I believe, like I have to save you, I have to convert you, I have to fix you in some way. And yet at the same time, the Bible says that, God made us in his image and in perfection. So I don't need fixing. And again, I say, whatever walk with God, with Source, with Spirit works for you, amen. And I send you all of my love. And so I think it's just that compassion and that respect that we have. My kitten, can you see her? Here's Susie, came to be part of the broadcast. And I think that she's all warm from the sun. I think that love and that compassion that we treat each other with, and we respect each other's beliefs, no matter whether they're the same as ours. I don't need to fix someone who doesn't believe what I believe, and I don't need someone to fix me. What I do want is for everyone to be free to revel in the joy that Source and religion and Spirit and God brings to their life, and to the peace that hopefully that brings, and not focus on the icings, and not focus on what everyone else is doing wrong, but worrying about, and not even worrying, but staying in the joy of what we're doing right and what works for us. And so I say this because I'm still using Doreen's cards, and she had this whole rant on Easter Sunday on her page, and I'm not suggesting you go look for it, but she had this whole rant saying the cards are the pathway to the devil, and they're, demons and possessed and all this kind of stuff. And I think that's a bunch of crap, because any tool that brings us closer to Source is a tool that brings us closer to Source. And for me, It's that simple. Now, I did go out and buy some new cards, and I'm super excited about it. And as soon as I feel like they are seasoned and they are connected to me and they are ready to be used, I will be bringing those forward. But with all the stuff that's been going on with the manatees and Passover and Easter and the kitten, it's been a little crazy, and I haven't had the time to really sit down and give a concentrated period of time to really connect with those cards. And I really feel like you need to do that before you can bring those into service and know that they're going to speak for you or with you. And so I'm, it's not a thing I can rush. And so I am going to bring one. I picked up Colette Baron Reed's Postcards from Spirit, and I just really loved the message of it. So this has been coming up a lot. So I just wanted to kind of address the thing with Doreen Virtue really quickly, because a few people have asked me about it. And I just think, again, whatever it is that brings you closer to your walk with Spirit is good. And everyone should be allowed to find that for themselves. So then I picked up the cards for this week, and I love them because the cards don't lie. The cards are always right. And I know it's Wednesday already, and I know I was out for Monday and Tuesday and all of that. But so here's this. So the first card of where we are is teaching and learning. And this is Archangel Zadkiel. And so I love the archangel cards. I love working with the archangels because they are just like the boss babes and the boss dudes, and I love working with them. Their energy is just magnificent. But I love this because Zadkiel is talking about teaching and learning. And so again, it's for me, it says keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. And I love this because it's really so much about what we're talking about is, keep an open mind, find what works for you, and then share that with other people, not for the purpose of beating them into submission to what you're doing, but for the purpose of enlightening and expanding others. I make no secret that this is what I do, but I make no secret that I also am a sales director with Mary Kay Cosmetics, and I've been with Mary Kay for over 20 years. And one of the things that I love about her and her wisdom, because she's just amazing in her wisdom. And one of the things I love about her is she said from the very, very beginning, if I have an idea and you have an idea, we each have an idea. But if we share them, then we each have two ideas. And I love this. And so as I was building my business and I was starting in my Mary Kay business, my director, I was still living in Los Angeles, and my director was actually in San Diego. So I was adopted to a director in Burbank, which is near LA. It was near where I lived in LA. It's a part of LA. And these women are some of my best friends, and they're very different from each other, and they both would give me different pieces of advice. And because I wanted to move fairly quickly in my business, I followed both pieces of advice. They weren't contrary to each other, but this one would say, go take this path, and the other one would say, go take that path. And by doing both, I was able to move more quickly and incorporate both ideas and find the one that resonated more for me and brought me more success and felt more true to who I was by trying different things. And so when you have this teaching and learning, it really is about allowing yourself to step out and experience new things and have new experiences, and then find the piece that resonates for you, share that with others, but sharing it from a place of joy in your heart for what you are experiencing, and not with an open hand, and not with a stick in your hand that says, this is what I'm doing and you have to do it too. Sharing it rather with the love and the gratitude of, hey, this is what I found that's working for me, and I'm sharing it with you because I love you, and if it's something you would like to participate in, come along with me. It's a very different energy. It's a very different energy. Ooh, it's a power truck. So the next card, which is going to ground us in here, and I love these because the next two cards, really, it was clairsentience and claircognizance, which is all about trusting what you know and what you feel. The clairs don't lie. It's just that we don't listen to them. And so here you have Archangel Raguel and Uriel talking about clairsentience, which is your knowing, how you feel in your body. How does it feel? It says your physical symptoms, your emotional symptoms. What do you feel sad when you talk to someone? Do you feel tension in your shoulders, in your heart, whatever, when you're getting energy from that situation? And in the claircognizance is just the knowing. So you have the clairsentience is how do I feel, and the claircognizance of the knowing in yourself. And so I love how these three things come together, teaching and learning something new that has a resonance to you, and then sharing that with others. How does that feel in your body? How does it feel in your head? How do you What is it that you know that your gift is that you can share with others? And I absolutely love that, because I think now is the time. We've come through the full moon in Libra, which is a time of relationships, and a time of, we've come through all this time of releasing, and now is the time of the leaping. Now is the time of the forward leaping. Now is the time to move forward and to take those, to start new journeys and to take new steps forward, to release safe places where we get comfortable. And Susan, I love that you're on for this, because I really feel like it has so much relevance to you, that it is about taking those leaps forward into new places. And so as I picked the postcard from Spirit, and I love these little from Colette Baron Reid because they look like little postcards. And I love this. It says, "Dear you, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall, drown, get lost, or hurt yourself in any way on this one. Even if it may feel like you are in free fall, we are here for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition to something new. All the elements are in place, and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly, right on target. Do not worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself. That's the point." And I love this, and I love this. And so here's me going to take my leap, because I have put together all of these pieces of my blog that I have always intended of turning into a book, and it's just sitting there, and I keep looking at it, and then I look away, and I look at it, and I look away. And so here is me. I'm going to leap, and I'm going to start working on it in earnest, since I'm saying it here so that there is record of the commitment to it. And I want to share with you that it is that time of the teaching and the learning. And we learn so much. Mary Kay always taught us that we learn the thing best when we teach it to others. So what is it that has been hiding in your heart that is part of you living your best life and bringing your best self to the surface and sharing that with others, that you can teach them what you have learned with an open hand and an open heart, and not about converting or convincing, but about sharing love and light. What is it that you can do to take that leap forward, knowing Source has you, knowing that Spirit has you, and knowing that it is all going to be okay? Now, that doesn't mean it's not necessarily going to have bumps in the road, but knowing that in the end, when it comes to full fruition, it is going to be for your greatest and best good. So I love to hear what it is that you would like to leap on, and what leap that you are going to commit to. And so I've got my beautiful tree, Nahama, and I've got my kitten, Susie, who's hanging out next to me. Can I point where she is? There she is. Where is she? There's Susie. There's Susie hanging out with me in the beautiful, gorgeous spring weather that we're having here. And I love you, and I know the cards of the week are Wednesday today, but you know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But I love you, and I can't wait to hear what leaps that you are taking to share your beautiful light with those around you. Have a fantastic week, and I look forward to talking to you next week.